My friends in the university sector tell me we're now confronting something of a crisis across the nation's universities in the study of Asia, running in precisely the reverse direction to what Australia will actually require for our national future. There is also a much deeper crisis and lack of Australian student interest in studying in the principal academic institutions of Asia itself. We may have hundreds of thousands of Asian students studying in Australia, and this is a terrific thing. But the truth is we barely have hundreds of students from Australia studying in the elite tertiary institutions of Asia. This is a bad thing. This is limiting significantly Australia's future, not least because the political, business and social networks created out of the major universities of Asia will have a very limited Australian alumni. Of course, all these are questions which are raised on the supply side. The refrain is often heard, but what about the demand side? And whether businesses and governments are appropriately emphasising the employment of graduates with Asia-Pacific cultural and linguistic expertise? Once again, the answer is apparently no. Yet peak industry bodies are apparently regularly telling universities that they, the universities, are not producing enough such graduates for the future needs of industry. This in turn creates confusion for both students and parents who fear that even if their children slog away at school or at university in one of the most difficult languages of Asia, that this will not necessarily equip them for a decent career. The fact is, something is not quite working out there between the supply and the demand side of Asian language and Asian studies graduates. And we need to get to the bottom of why that is the case. It is for these reasons that I propose to speak on these questions at some greater length during the course of this year. I'm passionate about this subject. I've been passionate about it for many, many decades. I intend to remain passionate into the future until I can contribute in a practical way to getting these things right. In doing so, I hope to be able to promote an intelligent national discussion on what we should then do to lift our national game. And in that sense, I'm not remotely interested in the traditional blame game of blaming one level of government or the other, state education bureaucracies or teachers, academic institutions or the business community. We all need a clearer handle on what needs to be done and to get on with the business of doing it. And all this, of course, is directly relevant to the future of the arts and the performing arts as well, as we seek to encourage more Australian creative artists to study, to work and to tour in Asia, rather than simply the capitals of Europe and North America. Language is pretty important in this connection. In fact, it should be a natural accompanying partner. The paper, of course, that we launch here this evening goes to specific institutional and funding models as to how this might all be achieved for the performing arts. Carrillo will be disappointed, but I do not propose to enter that debate here this evening as to which of those funding models might be most appropriate. Rather, what I've sought to do this evening is to locate this debate within the broader national discussion that is necessary on how well prepared Australia really is for the Asian century that lies before us. And this is relevant in turn to what the government is currently examining through its white paper process. For Australia, these are important challenges. And in the case of the languages and cultures of our wider region, it is critical to understanding difference, understanding the minds of our interlocutors, understanding the spirits of our interlocutors, and helping, therefore, to forge common futures for us all. Common futures which are both prosperous and peaceful, and, in the spirit of this evening's occasion, common futures which are inspiring, innovative and creative. I thank you.